So I've hit the trail late. I'm at Moorabool Falls trail, which is around about 5k. It's about an hour and a half return. Looking at the sunlight, I've got probably an hour and a half's worth of sunlight if I'm lucky, which means I can't really piss about too much once I actually get to the falls themselves. I did a scout down here probably about a week ago just to check out the track, and it was actually quite nice. But I know there's an area around where the Salt Creek is where I'm probably going to have to do a bit of bushwhacking, so I've got my machete there on my back, which was deliberate. I turned back on my last walk. I thought I'll come back, but I've got a machete with me, so I took one of my little machetes. Hopefully it stays in my stays in my bag. That's what I get for not watching the trail. Hopefully it stays in my bag and I don't need it, but it's there just in case. I thought I'm better off just having it there, just for when I need it. But chances are, when I walk back, we'll be in darkness. We'll see how I go for sunlight. If the sun's really going down and I'm only halfway, I'll probably turn back and come back probably tomorrow afternoon. And she was looking like she was going to rain earlier, so I stayed pretty much indoors all day, thinking, well, not my luck, by the time I head out there it's going to start raining, and the rain just stayed away, so I might as well just come out about midday-ish. But that's okay. It's about 10 to 5 now, so realistically I've probably got about an hour's worth of sunlight left. Right, I better kick on and actually see if I can get down there in time. Right, hopefully I'll see you up there. Looking at the way that sun's going down behind me, I'm only maybe 10 minutes in, but unless I want to be doing almost this entire thing in darkness, I'm probably going to have to admit defeat. So what I'm going to do, I'll take a seat down at the nearest park bench, which is not very far from here, sit for 5 minutes and probably turn back. Actually, no, my luck, I'll be looking for said park bench till it's dark, so I'm better off admitting defeat and calling it off. It's what I get for leaving it till the end of the day. It's, for me, a lesson that even if I think it's going to rain, I should probably just head out anyway. The worst that's going to happen to me is I'm going to get rained on. I'm far better off getting rained on than I am being stuck out in the dark. Especially when I know that there's cliffs and rock scrambles, and if you have a look behind me, there's a lot of cliffs, and my shiny bald head. There's cliffs all along here. This whole entire track is along a cliff face, so it's probably not a very good idea to be trying to do that in the dark. And my wife expects me home tonight, so yeah, don't really want to be doing that to her. So I'm sorry about the anticlimactic end. More importantly, I'm a little bit disappointed in myself, but it's important to learn these things. These are lessons that need to be learnt. That especially in the winter, you don't want to be stuck out through the night. As the Starks would say, winter is coming. Alright, that's enough nerdy references. I'll see you later. Bye. You can see across there or not, but we've actually got a kangaroo sighting. Which is, oh, 2 actually. 3 by my count. Which is exciting. Normally it happens at this time of night because this is when they tend to go to bed. So they will come out and graze and then bed down for the night. But no matter how many times I see it, and I've lost count of the amount of roos and wallabies that I've seen in my lifetime, no matter how many times I see it, it still amazes me. And I still have to catch it on camera. I know that this probably isn't the best capture of it, but it's It's absolutely an amazing sight, especially in the fleeting sunlight. It's fantastic. I never get tired of it. Well, because that was such an absolute bust, what I'm going to do, and I'm putting this on video so that I'll bleep and well do it. First thing tomorrow morning, I'm coming out here and I'm going to actually do this 5k walk. So I'm going to make sure that I'm out here at around 7ish when the sun comes up. So it'll make more sense. Excuse me. It'll make more sense for me to be out here just as the sun's coming up, especially since I was out here tonight pretty much just before the sun's gone down. So I'm going to try and make my way out here as soon as I can tomorrow morning. I've got something on tomorrow at about 10ish, so I'm going to have to make sure I'm home by 9, but 2 hours is plenty. I don't plan on being out here for any more than 2 hours, but hopefully it's a really good walk and a really good way to start the day. And you never know, maybe the start of a habit. Alright, that's all for me for now. Sorry about missing out, really. I'm really bummed. I'm really unhappy. Not more so just with myself and my own lack of timing. And you know, if this was summertime, I would have been able to. I'd have had an easily good 4 hours worth of sunlight. But because it is so close to winter, unfortunately, you do miss out, and I miss out, which sucks because I just sort of rejigged my pack and did all that kind of stuff on the way to come out here. So I was probably about an hour too late. If I'd come out here, say 3ish, I probably would have had a bit more luck. But as it is, it's 5:15 now, so it's just too late in the evening to be trudging my way into the bush, even though I'm really close to farmland and everything. Out here, I'm actually really close to civilization, even though when you're out there, it feels like you're really not, but you're actually really right on the back of some really beautiful farmland. There's just behind me, if you can see past my big bulbous scone, you can actually see cows and everything behind me, and a road. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Alright, bye. Morning. It's around 6:45, Thursday 25th of May. I'm just about to head out like I said I would last night. Now it's just time to go past Macca's, grab a coffee and be on my way. Alright, I'll see you on the trail. So I'm here at the trailhead now. Dawn's pretty much just broken. Just finished my coffee. I suppose it's time to head off. Alright. I probably won't bring you back until maybe halfway through. Just because I did quite a bit of filming. Almost at the very start of the trail last night. So I'll put a few Ks behind me and then I'll bring you back then. Alright, I'll see you soon. I know I said I'd bring you back on a viewing platform, but I've sort of gone past 2 of them already. And I'm on my way up to the Moorabool Falls viewing platform now. But it's probably worth noting that, contrary to what I said last night, there actually isn't any bushwhacking that I've got to do at all. Looks like this this track is actually quite well maintained. Which is a little bit disappointing. I thought I might have to break the machete out and yeah. But all in all, I know it's a good thing because it means less work for me. I can just go and enjoy the view. Alright, I'll bring you back at the platform. Well, it seems to be the day for anticlimaxes because this is the viewing platform, and as you can see, I can't really see much. There's not really much falls to really speak of. It's supposed to be just down there, but excuse me, I'm not really seeing too much. I'll kick on and see what else I can find, but I'm pretty sure this is it. Alright, so I tell a big fat lie. This is the actual viewing platform of the actual Moorabool Falls. And you can very much hear it from up here. If we walk around this way, such a piercing sound too. Really, really hear it. Sorry, but these stairs are a bit uneven and I don't particularly want to take a tumble down. So if you have a look down there, that is a singular drop straight into the pool down there. I'm actually going to take a walk just a bit further down. I'll bring you back when I get down there, just so I'm not carrying the camera and I've got two hands. Alright, I'll see you in a bit. Check that out. Wow. And that all goes straight down into the Salt Creek, which then runs into the Moorabool River. Wow. That really is a sight to behold. Now, I just want to say I've seen, I can't even say how many waterfalls I've seen in my time, but this kind of thing never gets old. Even the rock formations here surrounding it, the basalt rock formations that you can see. According to the sign up on the ridge, these formations were formed around 2.5 to 5 million years ago. Back when volcanoes were erupting and the lava actually formed a lot of these rock formations. They are so uneven, they say, because they cooled rather quickly and rather unevenly. But that's why you get these kinds of formations here. It is just amazing. And I'll be interested to see what, if any, sort of fish we actually have down there, or any sort of marine life that's actually living in that pond down there. You know, how safe it is to drink and that kind of thing. Obviously any water that you see out in the bush or out in the wild, you don't want to drink straight from the source. You want to make sure that you make it safe to drink somehow, whether you boil it, chemically treat it, filter it, or all three. Preferably you want to do all three, but really any one of those would be sufficient. Anyway, it's now 8:30 in the morning. I better get back to my car. Well, that was that. The trip back was pretty uneventful. I did try and take the alternate track along the Salt Creek, but it was just it was just too uneven and too full of blackberries and hemlock and whatever else. I was going to be there bushwhacking for a while anyway, so I just came back the way I came. It was no big deal. Excuse me. Excuse me. I have had this cough for a while, so it's settling in, I think. So yeah, that was actually a really good walk. It took me around about 2 hours. That includes stops. So if I'd really just gone there and come back, it probably would have been around about an hour and a half, which is about what they estimate. So I took about half an hour really just piss farting around and taking photos and taking videos for all of you, and hopefully it's worth the time. But just before I go, I just want to take the opportunity to thank the traditional owners of the land, the Wadawurrung people, I believe it's pronounced. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. For making this possible and for really providing history to the land and providing, I suppose texture is the word I want to use, for everything that, you know, Europeans like me get to do out here. So thank you, and thank you for all of you for watching. All right, see you next time.